Hello there, lovely. Good morning and welcome to Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. We call it the RT Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Tapelo Joe Smata. Now, this morning we have a youth amongst us who is our guest, Mr. Paul Mlenga. He is the Information and Publicity Secretary, IPAs, for Lusaka District, coming from the Opposition Socialist Party. And he is also an aspiring candidate for a ward in Mandevu, and that's Raphael Chota ward, as a councillor. Mr. Mlenga, good to see you and welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good to see you. Now, Mr. Mlenga, we have a custom here where we go into the headlines, zooming headlines. We look at what the daily tabloids are saying. Then you, the viewer, you, the guest, has an opportunity to weigh in on some of our headlines there. Then we'll be reading the comments coming from the viewers regarding the headlines that will be there. Dear director, let's hit it. Quickly, we go into the broadsheet, state-owned newspaper, the Zambia Daily Mail. Now it reads, with the screaming headline, HH for fair elections, not power grab, Nevers. Dr. Nevers Mumba yesterday held a press briefing at the UPND Secretariat where he threw his weight towards President Hakainde Hichilema and endorsed the candidature of President Hakainde Hichilema come 2026. Your quick reaction to that, Mr. Mlenga.
Thanks very much. We all know that Nevers Mumba amasebenza na government of the day.
Okay.
And uja muntu ni nature yake. He analipaja akamba press briefing, right? Then he busy condemning at opposition wanama, for which we all know that ruling party nje ili forefront boza. And that man is a man of God. Siniza whereby kapana ni Bible iti amene ivomere is a man of God kubulea kuamboshita deceive wantu. So that was endorsement yake ni eve chabeka not at MMD no. So nzifungu kwamba ile pano Nevers Mumba na shita endorse chechi. Not MMD no.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Nevers Mumba, Mr. Mlenga does not agree with you. Let's go to another daily tabloid. We see what it has for us. We go to the Diggers, indigenous daily tabloid, domicile right here in Zambia's capital city, Lusaka. It has got a screaming headline, I can make HH stay in power if Article 52 is not amended. Nevers. Mr. Mlenga.
Alelota. Njama vota.
Okay.
Nevers Mumba eka vota. Alelota. He cannot make HH to be in power. If nga twali kwanisha tuwafumia po wakaunda, twali kwanisha tuwafumia po Lupia Banda, tuwafumia po Chiruba, tuwafumia po Edgar Lungu, nombe HH ni nani? So wametsinga Joseph. But who is Nevers Mumba? He can make. Is Nevers Mumba the only Zambian here we have?
Okay.
Is the Nevers Mumba ya manager vote yake chabe mozi nga pange HH kutanga angale mpa. No. Kurota. Anyway, dreaming is free, so ni program yake.
Okay, let's go back to the news diggers. There are some headlines there, dear director, that would like to Mr. Mlenga to weigh on. Let's not mourn loss of USAID or USAID, the HH. JRZ funeral assistance scheme scandal. XTIZ. ERB dodges question on agro-fuel price before open access. Now, the Minister of Energy, Mr. Mlenga, was asked in Parliament that you as the UPND complained in opposition that fuel was expensive because obviously of middlemen. And the PF were using agro-fuel, the company.
Yes.
Then fast forward, we have the UPND using the same company that they were condemning the PF over. Then the minister on the floor of Parliament, he stood, the Minister of Energy, he stood and said this same company was used by the PF and we are also using it. So why are they complaining? Mr. Mlenga, there's a sub-headline there that says the minister dodged questions on agrofuel, saying that it was given a contract before open access and the like. Why single sourcing this one company when there are many local, well-experienced companies that could have undertaken such an undertaking?
Yeah, it is nature of UPND readers to dodge my questions. Vice President, question time, campaign answering my question, he always dodge my questions. Okay. So we can't get surprised over event. Then concerning about fuel, yes, tenzo benzo kamba kutati the PF wakubapo 3 kwacha per liter. Fuel by then it was at 17 and 15 kwacha. But veva bwera ma NGOs wapeleka fuel pa 35. Peleka fuel pa 35. Then wabwera ma NGOs benzo brema agrofuel kutati wa PF bazinga mid domain agrofuel wapesika ya wakubabera ma poor Zambians. But wabwera futi wamena oja muntu amenze kubrema baenda batenga tie bwera hapa bamba kubana heavy shite musituta musfiri. That is bad because we can see Malawi and Zambia. When you talk about Malawi and Zambia, in my neighboring countries, then Malawi, they don't have access like pipe nayo from Tanzania to the Tazama pipe from Tanzania to Ndora. Malawi balibi. But us Zambia Trinai, we are receiving fuel from there, and again we are receiving fuel from Beira, even some from South Africa, Ibwera muno Zambia. So how come Malawi inkarina cheap fuel is muno Zambia tinkarina fuel expensive?
The minister on the floor of Parliament, Mr. Mlenga, said those reports are unconfirmed. It is not true. In fact, he was backed up by Chama. Is it Chama South? Honorable Mungandu, I stand to be corrected. Is it Chama South, member of Parliament, who said fuel in Malawi is not cheap? That's a lie. On the floor of Parliament, last week, those that were watching Parliament, we follow Parliament keenly. He said that, Honorable member for Chama South, Honorable Mungandu, said that.
You cannot define a lie without mentioning UPND. I was in Malawi I was in Malawi on Sunday.
Please tell us.
I was in Malawi per Sunday. Nadina Lanex.
Okay.
I put fuel at 754. In Azura kutamba pushing a motoka so. For me to come here in Msaka. I was in Malawi. Then if the minister can be that no fuel very cheap kuja, why is it the police yesterday they arrested 25 people mashita smuggle fuel petrol from Malawi kuleta muno Mzambia Boguri Sanchipata. So those people are liars. We all know. Pano Pan-Africa, even if any minister, anyone in leadership ya UPND abwera ku TV, tizi wachati bamaza bokamba nivaboza, I'll take you check kuri channel. Issue my right. Here in Zambia tivutika my right. Us committing comrade. We have stayed now. This is 2 months to 3 months. My right here on a chair. They are coming from 22 to 04. Yaenda. By Zimbabwe, we are using one dam. By Zimbabwe, wanashita increase my right yao to 20 hours because Kariba dam is full. But now one Kariba dam, Zambia, minister anabwera pa TV. Nobogamba kutimanzi kuti afike mkariba to take 3 months. So zapeska June, July somewhere there to August. Get permit zankara na stable in terms of my right. Then another country they are saying that my right, the dam is stable, so that to increase my right. You know, these people, that's the problem of my capitalist. As long as they don't think of my poor Zambians. And that is bad. That is very much bad.
On electricity, let me ask this question. On the floor of Parliament, including fuel, let me start with fuel.
Yes.
On the floor of Parliament, Minister of Energy did make mention one member of parliament, may I make mention, did make mention that come April, fuel is going to be cheaper. However, Energy Regulation Board on Monday did announce that petrol has remained at the same price. Then diesel has been reduced by 2 kwacha, kerosene remains the same. Does this mean that was the cheaper fuel he was referring to? I want to find out, because I follow Parliament keenly, and I will not be fair to the Zambian people if I don't ask these questions to especially you, the young politicians that are coming up, because these are conflicting statements that are given by a ministerial head. And then when we look at the government agencies that are within that ministry, such as the Energy Regulation Board, we saw it maintaining the fuel pump price at the same price. Yeah. Then the minister on the floor of Parliament was very confident, I remember, very confident, saying that come April, the fuel pump prices will be adjusted downwards, or fuel will be cheap. Those were his words.
Yeah. The best advice I can give to Zambians, then the best advice I can give to you, Mr. Smart, let's not take these people to be serious. These people are not serious people. These people, they want to waboza. By UPND.
Okay.
They want to waboza. Whereby they was a kamba ichi, chancha chamaza kamba ina ngomzaka zabura chishunji.
Okay.
This is the type ya UPND. Because when I come back to fuel is actually pamepro. About you to watch. Now yanganane, the problem of my capitalist comrade. Diesel. I remember using a diesel. I can say 90% of people uses this diesel. Ni remera.
Okay.
It's ovutika using a petrol. Ovutika vutike remera. By maintenance oche since in ovutika ari bench tonize stima diamo muri eve. Petrol chendi fage che paina papa 54 cha kuti ukambe almost 55. Diesel chendi acho sereko tukwacha. So even if you are come on parliament apa chenche tembekeze che 2026 ayambepo.
Okay.
Chasira.
Now, comrade, before we even zero in Padi Rafael Chota ward in Mandevu constituencies, we begin to look at some of the issues that you want to address in that ward. We are seeing that there's something on the table. Yes. You've brought something on the table, and one would think that maybe you've come to do an experiment, because I can see cooking oil and a frying pan. Can you explain what is happening here?
Oh, okay. Nichoka mulafa wachota. Mukomboni, eh? My challenges are facing a Makomboni. The ministers there on record, or even yesterday, no things would be okay, what. I have come, this is Midimia, Uyu no unga. Uyu unga comrade, Tibura 10 kwacha. 10 kwacha comrade, Uyu unga. 10 kwacha.
Okay.
10 kwacha comrade. And you can go to 10 kwacha. Nasima sunga fikiri, whereby you can...
Maybe hold it like you saw that. Oh, okay.
Uyu unga. 10 kwacha.
Okay.
Sunga pike nasima.
Okay.
Siku anasema. So for you, family panyumba, kuti muje chabe mchemushi mufunika muni about 40-50 kwacha ndipo memza kwa nisa 45 kuti
also 40-50 25 or 4
ndipo memza kwa nisa kuti muje che mchemushi family huyo.
Okay.
Ma potato comrade nagula ma potato ya 20 kwacha 20 kwacha.
Okay.
What's the UPND government? I mean what vutisa mkomboni wantu wavutika 20 kwacha comrade. Mwayo na sugar. This is 12 kwacha.
Okay.
12 kwacha. Cost of living, veva kamba tirimushe Zambia is better. Ma countries yena ngo yakopera na kopera badira na kulira, why we can't get president akaende chirema abwaruringeko muno mchalo chatu. Ise muno Zambia 12 kwacha sugar ntezo gurapa 3 kwacha during PF time. Hii cooking oil. Comrade cooking oil. 5 kwacha.
That's 5 kwacha.
5 kwacha.
Okay.
Si kwana na kuflyinga na ndiyo. Ukagula ini simebu funo fulanga kuche tumaegi. Wagula kaegi pa 3 kwacha wena mgashita 4 kwacha. Jepa moza kwa nisa kaegi kamoza tumegi tuli. Then someone is busy praising himself that I'm working. We don't know kita sense of chan. But all in all, tinamvira nakamba veka paka mwapake kutati ine pano pa mpando nafaka po group. Kuri byanga nicho sepo.
Okay.
President akaende chile. Anakamba pa mpando pano nafaka po group. Kuri byanga nicho sepo. Vazona if you put group pa chintu chimagwira but kuri substance yamene mabochosa. So is as my youths. At pass a cost of living angara high. Ere ando faka pa mpando group. Safu na kutia chokepo paja. As my youths tabwana solution. And solution na pitrako mu wadiwe ya moja na gura ko ni finance. Yamena gura. Hona gura fet kwacha. I finance. The moment ukafaka che group, wafaka group pa mpando. I sema youths tabwera na finance. Tibo tira pamene paja pa mpando tuone kapena guru izankara kapena guru sizachoka so kwa president wanafaka guru pa mpando kuti noto achokepo isenese tabwana finance tibo tira po finance what I'm saying about this finance ndivi vindu njabiri mfinance
okay
inesiza vumera bana banga oro wabruru banga bakapitirize na njara for the next 5 years inango futi sinza vumera and if zanga that ways because that's one of the come rain come sunshine 20 after 2021 sinza emirira so sinza vumera bizadurira tu ibintu sinza vumera kuti bakabogura unga bakazigura unga maybe 50 kwacha bakazigura sichani maybe 80 kwacha sinza vumera na bwana finance kizacho sapa
okay in the frying pan
this frying pan comrade we over constitutional amendment propose I mean there is no way mundu anga bwere kubopanga malamuro whereby tilim church all in favor say hi there is no way whereby the president can go kumungu na kwendo kambati do you want this amendment mayutsi wavomera mayutsi watana vomera kupanga amendment.
What does the Socialist Party youth say in Lusaka?
We are not in favor with amendment, proposed amendment. We are not in favor of that. Takana is a mayutsi. So as a Socialist Party every Friday
okay
from 17 hours to 18 hours zambo nkara honking ngari kombo ni kutenga chepani chani ropoto anakuza every Friday for 1 hour kamba against constitution amendment because ija constitution amendment ifuna cheva favoring ebeveka hapo kamba kutati no tifuna mayouths na ma women babwere ba chitechani ba represent parliament. President akaende chema na UPND party. Ni mayouths wangapi amene bali mmoja? Mzapeza mlipe youth. Okay fine, anafaring agari nkombo. Why sana picking a youth? Or why sana picking a ready kutiva ba mai kutiva ngare.
Okay.
Bankara minister.
I'll ask my director to show us. I want you to be factual, Mr. Mlenga. I want you to be very factual. So what I would ask my director is to put up the cabinet chart, the cabinet chart, so that maybe we can see how many youths, how many women, and how many of our brothers and sisters living with disabilities are in this particular cabinet. Okay, there we have it there. That's the chart, cabinet chart of the Republic of Zambia. Top on the list, we have the President of the Republic of Zambia, President Hakainde Hichilema. Then we have the Vice President, obviously, Her Honor, Madam W.K. Mutale Nalumango. Okay, let's begin. Mr. Mlenga, help me. Do we have any youths? We are aware that Kakuwo is out. He's out of this cabinet. He was replaced with Lusaka Central Member of Parliament, Mlambo Haimbe there. So Kakubo is out. We also have Madam Kasanda Chushi, who's out of this particular cabinet. And latest to go is Honorable Garin Kombo. So we can safely say that we have 4 women. Four women, including the Vice President.
Vice President, out of 25.
28?
Yes, 4 women.
So we have 4 women. We can still put it there, dear director. We have 4 women. We have Madam Doreen Mwamba from the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, obviously. We have also the Ministry of Labor Minister, Madam Tamba there.
Yeah.
We have the minister who was taken from Health to Ministry of Lands, Sylvia Masebo, Chongwe Member of Parliament. Yeah. Then we have our Vice President there. So we have, in this cabinet, we are only able to identify 4 women. 4 women in this cabinet. Then obviously, we have the men taking center stage. The last on the list is the Attorney General there, Leonard State Council Mudilo Kabesha. I can't see anyone. Help me, Mr. Mulenga. I'm trying to see someone who's below 40 or 35 or below 30. I'm unable to see any. I'm able to see Honorable Charles Milupi there, the Alliance Chairperson. I'm also able to see Honorable Ruben Mutolo Piri there, Agriculture Minister. I'm also able to see Honorable Stumbekom Sokotoane there, Finance Minister, who recently launched the new Kwacha notes. I'm also able to see Honorable Ambrose Lufuma, Defense Minister. Next to him is Home Affairs Minister, Honorable Jack Mwimbu. Then down here, Honorable Dr. Douglas Siakarima, Education Minister. And next to him is Honorable Felix Chipota Mtati, Technology and Science Minister. Then on top or above Honorable Felix Mtati is Lands Minister. No, Health Minister. He was taken from Lands to Health. Honorable Elijah Mchima, who was recently in his constituency, where the constituents say chased him. It's on public record. It's not an accusation or allegation. It's on public record. He confirmed it himself. Okay. Energy Minister there, Makozo Chikote. We have Collins Nzovu this side, Water Ministry. We also have Mike Mposha there, who is the Minister of Green Economy. They swapped anyway. We also have Mines and Minerals Minister, Honorable Paul Kabuswe there, who held a meeting yesterday with members of KCM and some contractors, and it was confirmed in his face that contractors are not being paid at these mines on the copper belt. So that is what is happening in this country. But help me identify a youth. They have outlined some of the members of parliament that are there. Do we have any youth?
Paribe, we don't have any youth. Cabinet president
Okay.
We don't have any youth. So we don't know the reason why the president can come today and say that I want to work with youths, whereas he is in power, is failing to implement it into Amenia camp. We don't have youths on his cabinet. Number 2, women, there are only 4 out of 28. Then he is claiming that he wants to change the constitution because sister side line my youths and sister side line my women. He's forgotten that article number 259 impasa privilege yoshita erect my women's, yoshita erect my youths, yoshita erect bantu bali na disabilities ali kudala na privilege. Then now is busy claiming that he want to change the constitution because of balancing up ma challenge ma 50-50 in terms of bakuru na wafana, which is ni boza. that constitution, there are many interests in Vintu Vao. Vamene bafuna be effective sticker so that they can secure 2026 general election. But like saying that no, I want to change this constitution so that my youths bankalemu participation. That is true lie. Mr. President Hakainde Hichilema, he even have the privilege of electing 8 ministers. Yes. 8. But pajapali bajawats 8 anashita nominate. Unaona po mozi youth or tinana po alonse mkazi. The answer is no.
So, Mr. Mlenga, what is really happening here? I want to find out, because we have a piece of legislature that empowers, number one, the president, his ministers, parastatal heads such as those from ZESCO, Energy Regulation Board, NAPSA, and all these quasi-government institutions. Article 259 empowers them to balance up their appointments.
Yes.
The elderly, the youth, the women, people with disabilities. And my question is, do we need another amendment in the Constitution if the current one is not being followed? I keep on asking this question because I need to know. You are the emerging politicians, young politicians, and the decisions that are being made today have got a larger impact on tomorrow and the future generations. So my question is, don't we have enough pieces of legislature that empowers those in public offices, Mr. Mlenga, to appoint the young people, to appoint the women, to appoint our brothers and sisters living with disabilities if and when they qualify for such offices? Don't we have enough?
Comrade, do we have enough? The problem of these people, anyway, they think as if like we are children. We are by the mwana chabeni zamu kwapura, then mnyengerere bwera. Article 259, comrade. Impasampam. It's giving us politicians strength to point anyone. But Chentangane Kuzesco, who is the director for Zesco? Zapeza ni mkuru. NAPSA, wonse ni wakuru. So these people, like the way I can take about UPND government, comrade. The UPND government is a government based on wakuru, unlike PF. In PF, previous government, we used to see when Vincent Mware, we used to see when Monde, Mirari bantu bambiri bafana. Benzo kusenza mu PF. But hii mpamana bwerera chabemu power. Ili yonse department ni bankote. Sorry to say this, but any department ni bankote. Ma appointment yake ni bankote wajanta anashita retire, whereby a judge lero ashita retire inena kura. For someone to retire, comrade, it means akura is not capable of working.
Yes.
So a judge today has retired. I'm not capable of working. Yeah, it's better nigareko nyambosora ko na bazukuru pa nyumba. Here is the president again abwera. No. Bwera kuno gwandweki ku SEC.
As board chairperson.
As board chairperson. Are you telling me kuribe munda manga ndo sevenza wena go there is no any other youth or maybe a woman who can work in that what? Then he's claiming that you want to change the constitution because you need to include mayutsi na machanich. And the focal point, we know that you want to change the constitution because of my delimitation. That is bad.
Let's look at number on my list. It's number 8 on my list of proposed constitutional amendments. I don't know what number it is on your list, but on my list it's number 8. There are 13 proposed 13 constitutional amendments, right?
Yeah.
On my list, number 8 talks about MP term harmonization. Now, this calls for critical thinking. Amend Articles 81 and 266 to fix Parliament's term at 5 full years. My question is, I watched the Minister of Justice on the floor of Parliament very confidently saying that, and I quote, "Colleagues, you will agree with me that we only serve for 4 years, 9 months. Colleagues, this is for you because we remain with 3 months. So we are proposing that we have a 5 full term," end of quote obviously. "We have a 5 full term where 9 months, we add 3 months to make it 12, right?"
Yeah.
So now, my question, and I wish the Minister of Justice would answer this. My question is, I want to find out as well how you look at this as the Socialist Party from Lusaka district. My question is, if these constitutional amendments are enacted into law and they become part of our constitution, right? Next year, it will mean that there's a likelihood that there will be no elections. Why do I say so? Because the parliamentarians themselves will come back to this article and say, we want a full term.
Full term, yeah.
We want a full term. So we have done 9 months. The 3 months can it be given to us so that we do a full year?
Yes.
So now my question is this what Dr. Nevas Mumba is hinting on when he says
I can make
not to have elections
next
year? And he talks about Article 52. Article 52 ikamba pama when a candidate dies, resigns, or pulls out of an election, then you have to go back again and
nominate.
Yes. So address those two, because we are hearing, no, there's a likelihood maybe next year these lacunas in the constitution, we might not have elections if we don't address these lacunas. Is this where we're headed to?
Thank you very much. I will start first talking Kuriba Vanevas Mumba Comrade.
Article 52.
Article 52. Yes, I may say, okay, I can go with if someone after then let's go back to fresh nominees. I can support it in the sense of to reduce cost, because basically mufungo ngena mu elections then muntu nanga chita resign then change yambe mo foot. That one, yes, it is not good.
But that precedence has already been set. There was an election which the leadership movement took place. I'll be inviting the leadership movement soon. Which the leadership movement took place. One of their candidates pulled out. They went to ECZ and they wrote to ECZ and said, we shouldn't have any fresh nominations because our candidate has pulled out. And that election went through. So can it be the case? In fact, at presidential level, that should be the case. No. ECZ can just say, let's forgo this, let's continue with the elections.
Comrade. I remember the incident in Makamba.
You remember, right?
Yes, I remember the incident in Makamba.
Please.
First of all, I would say that the ECZ did a decision, but let's continue. It was wrong. It was against the constitution. It was against the constitution. Then, the other thing is, what I can say, if a member is also close, jafunga kuipanga mwishe maningi. If maybe a member has resigned, like we go back, that comrade, that thing, how we can come up with it in a whereby the government cannot sanga pitires like maybe let's go for another term because of such. Because
it means that the presidential election will be postponed. And the fear is that the ruling party or the opposition can sponsor somebody to contest as a presidential candidate.
Okay, so Murina Article 52, maybe how to say.
Okay, so I'll go to the proposed amendment before I go to the article.
Yes, I was looking at it here.
So, proposed amendment on Article 52, it's saying, Article 52(6), to proceed with elections if a candidate resigns, avoiding fresh elections. So, this proposed amendment is suggesting that whether a candidate resigns, dies, or pulls out from the presidential race, or is it the parliamentary race?
Parliamentary, yes.
Or is it the ward councillor race, mayoral race? The election should continue. We should not go for fresh nominations where we print new ballot papers because it's costly anyway to the country's treasury. Now, when we go to Article 52 itself, where is it? I found it here. Now, Article 52(6) of Zambia's constitution provides that, and I quote, where a candidate dies, resigns, or becomes disqualified in accordance with Article 70, 100, or 153, or a court disqualifies a candidate for corruption or malpractice after the close of nominations and before the election date, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, shall cancel the elections. That's what it says in part.
Yes, which is true.
So you are in support of the Electoral Commission of Zambia cancelling the elections,
yes,
as opposed to going ahead, proceeding with the elections.
Yeah, yes, I'm in support.
Okay, so you like the elections to be cancelled?
Cancelled, so that we start again.
We want to print more ballot papers in Dubai.
It's better than the interest of someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you in favor of printing ballot papers outside when we've got government printers and Zambia Education Publishing House, ZEF, who have demonstrated that they're able to print books that have stood the test of time? Should we continue printing ballot papers outside?
I'm not in favor of printing ballot paper outside. This is the reason why even in economic vote of Zambia, because we're having the capacity of doing things, but Tishtapo decide whereby we get drama and going to pass on to Inam. It is good if we can just give government printers print my ballot paper, tatengana abantu ma representative of my party, go and witness, go and monitor, go and observe everything. Nandra zingana cost zachitako reduce than to ascend ndana mashingi sana wapera ba Dubai. Then muno tureri rensara tureshita mabunga ndre kwacha. That is bad. Okay.
Comrade Tien ku Mandevu constituency, Murafo Chota ward. We find out some of the challenges that Rafael Chota ward is facing in Mandevu constituency, which are not only unique to Rafael Chota ward. We see these in other constituencies around Lusaka and largely around Zambia. Poor drainages, erratic water supply, poor road network, poor sanitation, high crime rate, youths that have become unruly and uncontrollable are being called junkies now. Let's look at the crime rate. Your constituency, Mandevu constituency, is next to Matero constituency, which is known for notorious activities. Let's look at the crime rate. How's the crime rate in Mandevu constituency?
Crime rate in Mandevu constituency comrade are high.
Okay.
Muri ukawalala mu constituency Mandevu. I would just say in Rafael Chota there are too much crime there. You find them at junkies. We're even scared of moving at night. We are scared if you don't have a taxi to move at night. You are scared. It's very much high. Yeah.
And as a ward councillor, what are you going to do to make sure that you begin to address the issue of in Mandevu, in Rafael Chota?
Okay. Vamenerida, Iriso. Those junkies, I'll just talk about junkies because whenever we say about crime, we're talking about junkies 90%. Those junkies, they have families. number one comrade. Number two, there are people ni bantu chemonga ventililies. So now me being elected as the area councillor in that area, is just identify what make this abantu chamechirengesa kuti bachite in chat. Definitely it is lack of employment. Bali bevo chita abantu aba. Bapesika che uchoka kuseni bakangala baenda chika pena ni paba bamba kumwa moba paka bena ngwa pesika bogulisa mafuka kaukafi pamene wajamba kushita ataki bantu. So being elected as a councillor au nzatenga responsibility abaja bantu by number one, start promoting them. Promote in terms of education promotion.
Okay.
Education promotion, kwamba kuwapunzisa ma skills, kuwapanga che busy na bintu vochita. Ni bantu whereby bali na ma parents bao na beve, and even ma parents bao so akondwera bintu bamene bachita. But kulibe bamene banga chite, government inachitairire simayuts. Inachitairire mayuts community.
There's cash for work?
Cash for work? Yes, there's cash for work. But that cash for work, for you to work on it, comrade, you find as long as you are not a UPND member, that cash for work, but cash for work. Now, one to sevenza. But they are record when I'm going to Ndarama, from last year, Bana sevenza. Up to date,
do you have evidence to that effect?
I have, because
Mr. Mlega, you are making allegations.
No, it's
on live TV.
It's not allegation. I have, I can, in fact, what I'll do, Nigatoka pano, I'll go and meet now at Javanto, make a clip,
You should send us.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Now, my analysis when I'm so, when I'm to me, even not too many kuri ujari in charge cash for work ku WDC.
Okay. Poor sanitation.
Vinyalala. Vinyalala mkomboni. So now vinyalala vachilamo mkomboni. Tika mbangani ya majanki. Muona bwanji. If being elected as area councillor, I have to introduce sanitation promotion or sanitation award giving or street award giving. Come up of we can come up with a strategy whereby, you know, Rafa Chota is in a well-planned area. It's a well-planned area. Yeah, despite some of caprices chick kenanga kingambicheda kinkangono chambika miniska kali so but 90% it's well planned area. So now we come up with kutichise vija vinyarara vamene vama touch tie chak. We have to come up with a street competition or award giving whereby design naming a Jema street we keep, in fact agudara na mazina, so those streets yaja abongara chat I don't sambe taking a care panyumba pake paja parodi pake each house I'm taking a care from payadi yake pameperera pakakoti. Then at the end of the maybe at the end of quarter is my civic leaders tizambo pitamo kuyangana which street it is smart. If that is street it is smart, meaning that street if it's scattering about 100 houses supposed to award them Zapas award in form of
in form of what?
Yeah, we can award them maybe in form of like tawagulira ma cleaning material, or maybe if you
where
buy.
are you going to get the money from?
Where I can get the money from?
Yes, Honorable Councillor, where are you going to get the money from?
Comrade,
we want to know, because this is what you tell us, you politicians, before you get into offices. You tell us all these nice things. Where are you going to get the money from? Are you going to be using your salary from Civic Center?
I want to make my word to be clean.
Okay.
I can even sacrifice to use my salary.
So you're using your salary?
I can sacrifice to use my business money. Oh, what I want is to promote the Rafa Ochota to be clean.
Okay.
Yes, I can use my salary, I can use my business money, or we can make plans as civic leaders, prove MPs, Johnny. We invite people, you know, making money. I'm going to invite you as a guest of honor. We'll be having this project. You and coming now, just write to your letter. We'll be having this project. You, Mr. Smart, as guest of honor, are coming here. We are requesting you just maybe buy for us maybe 5 bags of meal. You come with it. But just by virtue of honoring you.
Politicians.
By virtue of honoring you. So there are many
that's a good idea.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
What you want is to be the what to be clean.
Okay, that's a good idea. It's good that you're sharing your ideas, dear councillor. Let's look at the road network as well when it comes to some roads. There are not many roads in Raffles Ward, but let's look at the existing roads. How are you going to work on them?
Those roads. In fact, you have many roads in Raffles Ward, but the only road which is in a tarmac, third road, ni Yaviri. I will talk about it. Ijamendo tupasa chipata, yamendo pita ntuyendo jona kabanana wadi. Choka pa face pasiste upaja. Kasangura road, then kakatama kiaenda up to crossing kabanana wadi. Then there's another one, ijame pita kuja kunjanjima kunkana na njanji. Baka ku chipata clinic.
Okay.
Anjema main road yamene tima using S1. Then mukati. And those roads I'm talking about, Niakuru, comrade. Niakuru, whereby you can mungapange mshemushe tamaki na drainages. In fact, kudala yanali matamaki, yanali drainage, yanali na drainages.
And we have seen these other areas like that are similar to Mandevu constituency and Raffles Ward, like Kalingalinga, Mutendere, which other one? I think Chawama, John Howard. They've got those to
Mapevas,
yes. Kawata side were using Mapevas, but they've got those to my inroads, which are tarred.
Yes.
Tarred. Yes, without drainages, but at least they are tarred. So that's what you also want to be replicated.
Because it is too much.
Okay.
When pensions okura, munali ma street light, munali matama akiajamu akaunda. But my selfish leaders babwera. Mvura ya bwera through soil erosion ya vala ya Jamarot. They are just failing kutengoro chimagazembe chija chenda cha kirinako.
But again, Mr. Mlenga, there's a concern that it's you, the young people, the youths, who are stealing street lights. I'll give you an example. Kablonga Road, as we are going to Central Mall. The streets are dark. They are only lit as you are approaching Central Mall. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side, then 2 or 3 on the left.
Yeah.
But when you look at the street lights along Kablonga Road, they're not working. It's you, the young people, who vandalize those street lights again. In as much as the older leaders are trying to improve your lives, you, the young people, frustrate their efforts. You steal batteries, you steal batteries from those street lights, you go and sell. So who is to blame, really?
Comrade, I am aware that my youths, do you know you can be the mat na mizira chabe my youths.
But you don't expect an old man to climb.
You use your influence, comrade. In a panon dine junk in Inkara chabe panyumba simuni pasaviri vons. You muzabwera na influence amwina na ndarama kanitengereko chija sample.
So nitenda. In peace work.
Mdimu mzati tumu. Because of nibevo chita na nzati chani. I will do it. This is the reason why it come back. If it atenga bafana once bankara ma activities,
but you need the older people.
Yes, we need.
You can't develop a country without
we need. Yes, but nechibemba turanda ti. Indo shi tachitamvya sonje pamushi. Kushapo shivili. But now to our case, indo shishari fula.
Okay.
Indo shishari fula. Then abantu bali chani ni wangono. Bakuru. In simple term, bakuru wamene bali mu position. Bakuru wamene washita benefit. Banapaka maningi. Kuchira isafana. Then ukana population. Comrade. Population.
Are you prepared for leadership?
Very much prepared, comrade. Comrade, just me tell you this.
As young people, not you, but
yes, as young people, we are very much.
You are prepared, but
comrade, 2026 chawa iche.
Okay.
2026 chawa iche. And the members of parliament 2026 come rain come sun waiche. Okay. We have tired of these big people. They are not helping us. Mwana fyoro bali abayempia bayishira okulanda ati too much abayichinga tatu apose sana amano aba bazatishita take over munga banatishira ko honestly ni bamayi bacha ni bamayi bakamba so bali na bana because of bana wao they are doing good bana wao they are doing good so to her chiri chabe mushi mwana wao ashita mushi apunzira kuvyaroko mwana wa mzao safu nompasa chance kutia angene mchana chimleta
you are referring to Chiengi member of parliament.
Yeah, exactly, you know since of no kamba zina but
no, it's in public
it's in public domain.
There's nothing like seditious or defaming somebody. It's already in public record, and as a public figure we have to make it that if you're a public figure you can't avoid to be discussed because you hold a public office.
Exactly.
You are our property. You are our property, Zambia, and obviously as the media we are there to make sure that we bring these things to light and we show the citizens what is happening out there without fear or favor. Okay. Yes. Now let's come to issues of erratic water supply. You'll be coming from the civic center, the headquarters of decision making when it comes to decentralizing development locally. You are coming from the Ministry of Local Government. But how are you going to engage the Lusaka City Council, the Lusaka Water and Sanitation Company as well, to make sure that residents in Rafo Chota Ward do not complain of erratic water supply? Manzi ya Bwela Kuseni, 9 hours ya Menshi, yazaka Bwela Komailo. How are you going to address that?
If you're in power, comrade, it is good to work with people who are in authority. So, since I want to stand as the area councillor in Rafao Chota, meaning I'm supposed to work with Lusaka Water and Sewerage Company so that we can have enough water in Rafao Chota. We just have to come up with a strategy. Yeah, whereby we can engage, because for them to supply water to us, there are some of my needs ya minimum encounter koja. So that they are failing to give us manzi the whole day because of my challenges which they are facing. So we, the people of Rafao Chota, or maybe in a way whereby I'm elected as the area member of, or the area councillor for Rafao Chota, I have to go and sit down with them na kubombera mavyuzi yao. If tambera mavyuzi yao, my target is nifuna chopa nyumba pali ponse pangale manzi. Munga vamene vamverera moshi wanzatu kumakabulonga kumacharara.
Okay.
That is my target. Nifuna panyumba pali ponse pangale manzi. So nifuna kuenda kusenza na wajantu wali mu authority tizashita branch, because my plan is I will draft first my plan first. My plan is this. I need nyumba ili onse pangale manzi. How are you going to help me? Ni my requirement banja mene mufuna so that I can go to community to go and explain to them. We come up on a chimozi to develop our word.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. We have to go Mr. Mlenga. But for those that are joining us, obviously they are seeing what is being displayed on the table, and they are thinking that maybe we're going to demonstrate preparing lunch here at Camnet TV. We're not preparing any lunch, free lunch, that is. But maybe as we go, you can be able to tell us the items that you have displayed on the table as we go.
This is Mirimio, Nuungayo. Gilbert Lisaniso. Mukumbuka munalo kamba kuti ati politics yavazona izakamba mu 2041 apa Zambia ishita bwino. Lekani nikushiteni remind uyu unga uyu nagula 10 kwacha unga nagula 10 kwacha.
Okay.
Muzambia ameneshita moshe. Gilbert aya mapotato nagula 20 kwacha Muzambia ameshita moshe. Gilbert salad nagula 5 kwacha Muzambia ameshita moshe. Gilbert sugar nagula 12 kwacha Muzambia ameshita moshe. Mwankala pa mpando apoti up to 2041 ndipo mzakamba politics nafaka group takushtirani introduce finance tizabwa atitire pa mpando apo ponse pamene mulire apo kuti visungunuke group ya munafaka because mwa taking advantage pali ise Mazambians. So cost of living if mena faka hapa pamene mwatingene samo i finance nje solution i finance ndise Mazambians people ndise my youths pamene ka vote against UPND mu 2026 na kufaka po Socialist Party kuti ipeleke ko chituko pasogoro. Then the other thing is to Mazambians kuri konse pamene mwintambira, we know that this government they want to come up with, they have proposed the constitution, they want to come up with vintomeviza paka mu power paka penalty. So now us as politicians we are saying that is long thing. So we have come up with a decision whereby every Friday from 17 to 18 hours is zambonkara honking, whereby if ngauri motoka will be just kuliza chema uta motoka kik. If you see motoka uri pa nyumba tenga che vili vonse che mamento fingi just for 1 hour in sign act you are saying no against to constitution amendment, you are not in favor. There is no way president angabwele mungani ku church noboka mbati all in favor say hi. We are making a constitution all in favor say mayufi mugamba ko branches no vomere ikuti tipange chanichi constitution tavomera we muntu uri kuyifirali wapangana indaba ukambati yufi indaba notukambati UPND indaba wendo panga yufi indaba yaba sunashite invite ma stakeholders sunashite invite bantu you only invited your student when waenda mapasa 100 tienuku kuindaba, then you are saying that you have come up with yufi indaba. So the youths have agreed to come up with the constitution in a pan where I am or Socialist Party and every Zambian youth we are saying no to constitution amendment.
Okay. As we go, Mr. Mlenga, quickly, let's go to our newspapers. We left, I think, 2 that we didn't highlight in the game of fairness. Okay, we go to the Daily Nation. GBM's medical evacuation in limbo. On top there we have a sub-headline, HH calls for fair treatment of LDCs in global financial systems. On your top left corner we have Lumezi, independent member of parliament, Honorable Mia Zulu, who says the headline there reads, sub-headline, Concord petitioned to halt amendments. Okay, Mopani KCM revival. Let's go to another daily tabloid as we wrap it up. Okay, is that the mast I'm seeing? Okay, the mast comes with a screaming headline. On the other hand, it's an honorable member of parliament there. Stop the nonsense. Police detaining poor Zambians and grabbing cheaper Malawian fuel. Nyirenda, Honorable Nyirenda there on your right corner of the screen. I think Mr. of fuel in Malawi. Open your eyes and you will see Ages Media. Okay. 10 music Colossus to Rock Africa experience. Okay, PPCC, here's Michael Zulu's complaint against police. Okay, the Michael Zulu, renowned veteran, iconic figure in the Zambian music industry. He's one of those that went to the mountains or to an unknown place and demonstrated or aired out their grievances during the police brutality that was going on at the height of Kadarism in Zambia. He was one of the few musicians and few individuals that stood out and condemned the acts that were happening amid these threats from one of the MPs, Kago Central MPs, may so rest in peace, Mr. Tuto Murube, who told the youths that their bones will be broken if they attempt to demonstrate or air out their grievances. Mr. Michael Zulu there, he went together with other youths, Brian Mwembia, who is now ZAM president, Pilato, Mr. Chamafumba, who is now PS in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts, Mwiza Zulu as well, and other notable young people who went to air out their grievances. Commendable job they did there. And as the media, obviously, we have to remind people about this. Like NGOCC has urged us, we have to open our eyes, and indeed, our eyes are wide open. As we go, quick messages. We have Mr. Scornell Lusambo saying, very true, UPND must go. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lusambo, for coming through with that particular comment. And we do have another comment here. Let me just look for that comment. Dear viewers, bear with me. Technology is a bit slow. Okay, I have found it. Technology never fails. Isaac Kalinda Mbewe, Mr. Mbewe says, we have had elections in the past using constitution with lacunas. What's so special with the current government? He is obviously responding to Dr. Nevas Mumba's sentiments yesterday at UPND Secretariat, and it has been highlighted in the news diggers why he is saying, I can make HH stay in power if Article 52 is not amended. Nevers. So Mr. Mbewe there was responding to that. Mr. Mlenga, let me thank you more sincerely for coming through, and let me thank the Socialist Party and Comrade President Fred Membe for allowing you to come through together with the file and rank of the Socialist Party. We are grateful that you could come through to this particular program, including the youths of Lusaka District, allowing their spokesperson to come through and have this discussion with us. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mr. Mlenga.
You're welcome, comrade.
Okay. There you have it, viewers. That's Mr. Mlenga coming through, Mr. Paul Mlenga coming through to RT, or if you like, Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV. Thank you so much for choosing us amongst many and for being with us this morning. My dear director upstairs, thank you so much for the extra minutes. Thank you, the viewers, the major stakeholders, and my guest here. I am Tapelo Joe Smarter. We'll see you when you see us. Good morning and God bless.